I've been quite obsessed with Gödel's incompleteness theorem for many years because it kind of places this extraordinary limitation on what we might be able to know in mathematics. In fact, it's quite an unnerving theorem because at its heart it says there might be conjectures out there about numbers, for example, something like Goldbach's conjecture, which might actually be true. So it might be true that every even number is the sum of two primes, but maybe within the axiomatic system we have for mathematics, there isn't a proof of that. The real worry is, what if there's a true statement that I'm working away on which actually doesn't have a proof? Now this is a big kind of revelation for mathematics, because I think ever since the ancient Greeks we believed that any true statement about mathematics will have a proof. We might be quite difficult to find, like Fermat's last theorem took 350 years before my colleague in Oxford, Andrew Wiles, found the proof. But I think we all had this kind of feeling like, well, surely every true statement has a proof. But Godel showed that actually there's a gap between truth and proof. I wrote it down here because it's quite cute. So it's one of these cards. The statement on the other side of this card is false. So let's suppose that's true. So it means that the statement on the other side of the card is false. So we turn it over, and then it says the statement on the other side of this card is true. Well, that's meant to be false. So it means the one on the other side is also false. Oh, but we suppose that that was true. So that's false, so the other side is true, which means that, and you get into this kind of infinite loop. Verbal paradoxes are fine because you don't expect every sort of verbal sentence to have a truth value to it. But then when I went up to university, I realized that mathematics, you can't have those. Yet when I took this course on mathematical logic, and we learned about Gödel's incompleteness theorem, he'd use this kind of self-referential statement to really undermine our belief that all true statements could be proved.